greetings, and this is Sheridan, your inspirational fine artist. I haven't done a vlog in a long time, but I'm back, and today's word is support. Support. And for you creative, how important is the word support to you? How important is support to you? Coming through the years, being an artist and also working with artists, I've recognized that the range in the meaning and understanding of the word support, there's such, this, let's say, a gap, so many different interpretation of the word support. But this is one of the topic I always deal with when I'm doing mentorship with any artist in particular. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to just share a little element of what it is I share with them, and I hope you would appreciate it. Now, when you look at support, now this is a big word. You have to remind yourself and come to that understanding that no one was meant to do life alone. And there are two sayings that I will share with you, and maybe they're familiar, but the truth nonetheless is deep. He said, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And then there's another one which says, anything is possible when you have the right people there to support you. And this is by Copeland. And I love the wording that was used. It indicates so much, especially when they say anything is possible when condition. You have the right people there, position. And it's very critical you mind these words. And I have found that for me, support is very, very important, has always been, very important. And I must confess that I have not always, embraced the word from a point of, accepting or showing value to support. But I'm grateful over the years that I have learned the importance of support and how to show value, and it's something I'm still doing and learning to become better at doing. So let me jump in quickly and share with you at least three kinds of support. There may be others, but I'm sharing three major that I share with the artists from the mentorship program. The first group I call the fan-based support. In other words, most artists, you have social media, whether it is Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, and some of us, you have the more recent one, TikTok, and on and on. So the fan-based support are the ones who would like your image, like your video, and comment on what it is you're doing or saying. It's very important to have them in our lives because they encourage us, they help us to, see the end result of our efforts. In other words, someone can benefit from it. Someone is interested in what it is you're doing. And especially when you are on Facebook, when you share your image or your talk on art or whatever you're doing, when they like your work, they're more than just liking it. They're actually putting it on the feeds of their friend lists. So whether it is one image and one person click like because they're interested in what you say, that means all the person on their list will go and see it eventually. So if you have 10 persons sharing like, you understand what's going on there. And even better yet, when someone share your post on your artwork and commend it or things of that nature, it even goes further. So you have to make time to say thank you. Thank you for the likes, or thank you for sharing. I make sure, or if the other comment, I make sure and I say, I appreciate your feedback, or I appreciate your kind words, or I appreciate your encouraging words. These you appreciate because they took time out of their schedule to actually acknowledge what it is you are doing. All right, and I guess there's some that are invisible support, but we'll stick with these three that I mentioned. All right, so the next kind of support is the consumer support. With the consumer support, those I call consumer because they are not just interested in your work, but they buy your work. They come on, they like what they see, and because they are in a position, they are positioned financially to entertain what it is you're offering, You know, they purchase your work, or they lead you to another friend or someone who they believe would like your work, and you make a sale just as well. And you have to thank God for them as well, because you know what, they help to add the value to what it is you're doing. You're giving out your artwork, you're able to receive income. You can use that income to buy more material, to present your way in a more professional manner. So you have to thank your consumer support, and also stay connected with them and keep updating them on your latest work or your product or whatever you're offering. And then, of course, one of the critical ones that I always talk about, and that is the inner support. The inner support, and this is very important as an artist. You cannot be giving out all the energy, even if it is positive, to beautify someone's life or to create an artwork. You cannot be giving out and not be surrounded by persons who believe in you. And these support here, they see you even before the artwork. They see you as an individual, as a human being, as a social being, and they're there for you, right? And then as you create your artwork, they're also there for that. And sometimes they become like the fan base, they become like the consumer support. In other words, they do all these things. They buy from your work, not because you're a friend. They say, oh, you owe me a painting. They buy from you, they support what it is you're doing, and even sometimes they will pass on your information or your flyer even before you even think about it. They have it on their status or whatever. These are what you call inner support, golden support, diamond support, because you know, without that stable support, you feel the difference all the time. You feel the difference, and much more when they're there. You want to make sure you value them and make sure they know how much you appreciate their presence in your life. And I'm telling you that they they will be there for you in your good times and your bad times, in your most creative flow. They're the ones that will say, hi, how are you doing, how you getting on, you know. So you want to make time to celebrate your support all the time. You cannot make it on your own as a creative being. So I always try to feed this information into the artists that I interact with, so that they have a better appreciation for themselves and also what they can offer. And the same way we want support, the other thing is we have to reciprocate. So therefore, you want to support other artists. You want to support other creative. You would like their work. You would comment on their work, comment on what it is they're doing. And in the same way, especially people who are willing to invest in you, in that inner support, you make sure you invest in them as well. So let us be there for one another. Let us be true support with the right intention, with the right motive, and make life happier and better. So this is Sheridan Skeet, your inspirational fine artist, bringing to you the word for today, and that is support.